Back in my day, I was a hardcore skater and I was really good. So when I saw that there's an animated movie where an old veterinarian is shredding across the Scottish Highlands, I got so excited I just busted wide open. But the busting didn't last for long, because this is the most absurd movie I've ever seen in my life. It came out in 2012 and it's called Sir Billi, but was released in the US as Guardian of the Highlands. I can't do the accent. You get the point though. It's kind of crazy how bad this movie is because it stars multiple award-winning, very seasoned actors. Like, voicing the main character, Sir Billi, is the original James Bond, Sean Connery. He came out of retirement to do this movie as a favor to Sasha and Tessa Hartman, who came up with the idea, directed, and wrote the film. The craziest thing though is that this is Sean Connery's last role ever before he died in 2020. And I just don't understand how this came to be. It has that weird CGI animation and it feels like they brainstormed ideas and were like, yeah, let's start animating. Like, how the fuck do you come up with an old Scottish vet that skateboards? Just because Sean Connery won a Tony doesn't mean he's gotta be Tony. It also stars Alan Cumming, which is ironic because nobody was coming to see this movie. 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. The budget was apparently $19 million, and guess how much it made back? 15,000. And it only went to 3 theaters because distributors were not interested. That is an insane loss, especially compared to its competitor. The Disney movie Brave came out the same year, and the Hartmans were upset at the Scottish government for supporting Brave with like advertising and stuff instead of Sir Billi. Why the freak are y'all supporting this movie that's gonna be loved worldwide and highlight Scottish culture with a captivating story and not skating Billy Boy? And I think since they didn't get the support they wanted, they decided to write the hatred they have for the Scottish government into the story. Like, this movie makes me never want to visit Scotland. Unless Sir Billi wants to skate, then, you know, I'm gonna have to go. But okay, let's get into it. There's a lot of references to James Bond films in this movie. For example, the percent of their budget they made back is 0.007%. And it starts with opening credits that parodies typical James Bond opening credits. But the animation makes it feel really odd. It goes on for 2.5 minutes, and the only part I liked was the freaking gnarly skating. Also, this opening doesn't really flow well into the first scene. Like, we're going from and then switching to. That was the weirdest way to explain it. The first one went, and the second one was like, what am I doing? Anyway, the first scene shows off the beautiful Scottish Highlands, and Sir Billi is giving us a monologue with that thick Scottish accent.
And I got to thinking about when I was just a boy.
I can't think of Scottish accents anymore without thinking of
thigh high, boots the puss.
But you know, it seems like we're diving into a nice family comedy that teaches you something. And
Quarantine, illegal animals deportation camp.
what? Okay, so one of the main plot points that's never explained is that beavers are the spawn of Satan and must be locked up and transported to Glasgow. They have prison uniforms and everything. It's kind of really sad, actually.
I'm scared. I don't like it.
Oh, do you not like the dark wee one? Oh.
With the little Scottish accent, though?
I don't like it.
Oh.
Like, damn. This is definitely very gnarly for something that's described as a family comedy. Going in, I was expecting a different type of gnarly. Oh, yeah. But this beaver plot is surprisingly rooted in actual Scottish history. After doing very thorough research on the topic, I found out that beavers went extinct in Scotland around the 16th century due to hunting.
They've been extinct in Scotland for over 400 years now.
Since the early 2000s, there's been plans to try and reintroduce them into nature. In 2009, a 5-year project was started where a small amount of beavers were released in the Knapdale forest and were closely monitored by scientists to assess their overall impact. So the Hartmans saw the efforts by the Scottish government to reintroduce beavers after being hunted to extinction and decided to base their family comedy movie around the government committing beaver genocide.
Thank goodness our Scottish Parliament squashed the reintroduction of those smelly things, huh?
They really said, oh, you don't want to support my movie? Guess what?
Shut the door.
And oh yeah, we gotta talk about this guy. Actually, this bitch. We gotta talk about this bitch, Officer Mackenzie. This man hates beavers with a passion.
Eating the meat from their tail and their paws. Mighty tasty.
His only characteristic the entire movie is despising beavers. He has to have a Batman level origin story to hate beavers this much. I love playing in this slow moving water source in the autumn season with you, Mom and Dad. And we love you, son. Why would you do that to my parents?
Oh, damn. That's my bad, bro. I swear I did not even see you over there.
Why'd you do it?
They were all up in my dam. Like, I used all my mats on this, and they were fucking it up.
And he also might have some incest stuff going on with his grandmother. Listen to this.
My granny, she had a smashing, soft, thick and furry coat, you know. Did her well for the winter. Still,
Did you see that?
did her well for the winter. Still,
Am I overreacting, or was that weird? So he's into incest, has a fuck-ass mustache, and wants to eradicate a specific type of living being and send them all to one place. I mean, it's giving... You know what? Never mind. Let's continue. They start their journey to Glasgow, and we're introduced to one of our main characters, Bessie Boo the Beaver.
I can see my mommy. Where is she, Bessie? It's okay. Don't worry.
That voice is going to haunt me in my dreams.
I can see my mommy.
How can these cops not feel bad? Well, I guess for Officer Mackenzie, he wouldn't really feel bad because that's what happened to him during his tragic origin story.
I can see my mommy.
So the truck driver, Jimmy, he's driving this big ass truck on a very dangerous road and decides to reach for his condom topped candy bar that fell on the floor. And when he looks back up, a bunny is hopping directly into the path of the truck. No, I'm kidding. The back opened up and some beaver boxes fell off a cliff. And I guess Bessie is fucking made out of trampolines because she just bounces off everything and lands behind a rock. Officer Mackenzie goes to collect the beavers in a crazy manner, but Bessie's behind a rock so he can't see her.
You can't see me. You can't see me.
But he can hear you. Shut the fuck up, Bessie. You're not John Cena. Even though Bessie was being loud as shit, he doesn't find her, which is kind of crazy when you stop on this frame. Officer Mackenzie, more like Officer McCan't-see, am I right? Sorry, but Bessie is really scared, but the bunny that caused the accident is there for her. Then we fast forward 5 years with the cool spy typing thing to explain the situation. Illegal beavers were returned to Norway under the orders of the Scottish government, because the Scottish government sucks balls. They don't support amazing movies like this. Anyway, case closed. However, a rogue police officer was convinced after several sightings were reported that a beaver remained at large. His hunt to avenge his murdered parents continues. Okay, so this next part of the movie starts with a pilot duck named Victoria saying a bunch of bullshit.
I should be in Miami out of season.
I thought she would be like the narrator in a sense, like giving us some important information to go into this next part of the movie, but I don't think anything she said was important whatsoever. Like you could edit this out of the movie and it wouldn't matter at all. But we're in a town called Caiterness or Caiterness. They say both. I don't know. It's fictional. And now we got another scene that makes me question if they were just throwing ideas out there and accepted every single one, because this is insane.
Hello? Have you got any of those Mrs. Plumper's pies with blueberries?
Pa. Plumper's arrived this afternoon.
Oh, fantastic!
What are we talking about?
Can you keep me 5 big fat ones? Fat with a PH. Okay, I'll salivate stop.
I guess they're trying to depict Americans as like dumb or crazy or whatever. And obviously people with big breasts exist, and I'm not trying to sexualize, but it's just so funny thinking about them animating the jiggliness.
Oh, fantastic!
Then there's this fucking guy.
Plumper's arrived this afternoon.
Family comedy movie, by the way. Also, duh, the Scottish government didn't support your movie. One of the supporting characters pulls up on an I Love New York scooter, fucking asking about, what was she asking about?
Mrs. Plumper's pies with blueberries?
Like, what the fuck? Officer Mackenzie is in town and he's complaining about not being a detective inspector by now. Why is he complaining? This is the life he chose. He chose to hunt this one beaver. And how does that work? He just gets to roam around looking for a rumored beaver on company time? He's never gonna find...
Hey?
Oh my fucking god, that's Bessie. Run, Bessie! Why Why isn't she running? Oh, wait, I forgot. He can't see. She's out in broad daylight. This is insane. But now, a fourth of the way into this movie, we finally see our main character, Sir Billi, as his milk is getting tossed across his yard. It's like the best bottle or carton flip I've ever seen in my life. So Sir Billi comes into frame with a fresh set of nails. He's a vet, so, you know, obviously he's got jacuzzi cows and shit. Another James Bond reference. But then he just hypes himself up in the mirror a little bit.
You're still looking good, old boy. Still looking great.
Oh, this was me before I started recording. Then Alan Cumming's character is introduced. His name is Gordon the Goat, or Gordy for short. He's got this Kill Bill ass fit on, and they're really trying to allude to the fact that Gordon thinks he's a dog. He sniffs around, chases his tail, and even licks the camera. Why would he want to be a dog when he's literally LeBron? But then, after all that, after absolutely dogging it up for 15 seconds, he just stands like a human and barely does anything dog-like for the rest of the movie. Plus, he drops one of the worst lines in the movie.
There's no one quite like you in this hood. Sorry, village.
There's no one quite like you in this hood. What? Why would he say that? I'll let it slide though, because this walk he's doing is giving. But Billy is rolling his eyes and shit, because this Gordon guy, he's just dilly-dallying.
Come on, Gordon, don't dilly-dally.
On God. And I don't know why, but Gordy just pisses himself in his Kill Bill ass suit. Then Billy gets mad at him, not for pissing in the house. He's just mad the floor is wet and he could have slipped on the piss and fell.
Hey, it's wet here. Gordon, I could have hurt myself. You know, that really gets on my goat, boy.
I had no idea getting on my goat was an actual thing people say. I thought he was just saying that because he was talking to a goat. Which in my case, since I'm talking to you, I would say you're getting on my amazing viewer, who I appreciate dearly. Okay, sorry, back to the movie. It's kind of a weird way to introduce them because they're supposed to be like a bestie duo. And the first time we see them together, Billy is just like, oh my fucking God, you know? Like a dynamic duo goes to pick up Sir Billy's grandson, Jake, to take him to school. And I have no idea why, but Jake and Sir Billy's daughter, Serena, live in a huge medieval castle. Once again, it's never explained. They just live in a big ass castle with a butler that kind of looks like Gru from Despicable Me. Okay, I don't know what I was on. They do not look that similar, but I refer to him as Lil Gru for the rest of the video, so I can't take it out. We're just gonna have to live with it. There's paintings and statues of people who look like Sir Billy, so I guess he's a part of a royal family and just fucking chose that vet life, bruh. As long as he's got his cow jacuzzi and no piss on the floor, he's content. So Serena and the butler are trying to find Jake, but he's blasting music, so they decide to yell his name really loud.
Oh!
I have a crazy idea. So Jake is playing music really loud to the point where Lil Gru is getting a headache. Maybe go to where the music is playing and you'll find him instead of trying to yell loud as shit. Jake is like really smart. They show him doing a Rube Goldberg machine and riding a vacuum down a tunnel. But he's also a menace. Like he started hitting crazy juke moves on Lil Gru to the point where Lil Gru had to get a literal sword because he was so pissed off. And with those juke moves, he honestly seems like he would be good at sports, like football or something. Probably important for future reference. And his mom just starts tweaking.
I can't do this in the morning!
Sir Billy and Gordy arrive at the castle to pick up Jake, and Gordy is weirdly excited to go get Jake.
Oh. I'll get the wee man, Billy.
So I don't know, maybe he's not LeBron, maybe he's Jordan. But also, he didn't even get Jake. He looked at the camera and said,
Cue old sourface to open the door.
Then pulled on the door. He didn't even open it. Lil Gru opened it, and Jake just ran out. So he did all that extraness, broke the fourth wall again and everything for no reason. He didn't do anything. And not really sure what it is with grandparents in this movie, but...
And my lucky lad, give Papa a juicy kiss and a big, big, big cuddle.
Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. That's nasty. Kissing is for sissies.
Kissing is for sissies, Papa. Oh, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck.
On God, cut to a random scene of Officer Mackenzie talking to himself.
There's no escape from me.
And there's so many more scenes of this man alone and talking to himself about murdering a beaver. It's kind of crazy. It's just further proving that I've accurately predicted that his parents got absolutely shit on by a beaver. My dog just sharted on the fucking floor. Ew, it's all liquid. Oh my God. It's wet here. I could have fell. You know, that really gets on my goat, girl. Sorry. Back with the gang though, they run into Patty. She's the Mrs. Plumper's Pie lady who's with her sister Tony that just moved to Catterness.
How do these people get visas? That's the problem with this country, you know.
That red hat at the beginning explains a lot. Another weird thing, Billy says,
For goodness sake, Gordy, could you not have offered to help the woman with her case? We've not got all day, you know.
but he didn't. Gordy never offered help or said anything about a suitcase. I don't know, Billy was really annoyed until he saw Tony and then he got a little turned on.
No, my dear. Oh, well. Hello there.
What's all that movement back there?
And I guess he starts to flirt, but he has no game.
My name is William. Billy to my friends. Pleased to meet you. And indeed, welcome to Catterness.
My name is Richard. Dick to my friends. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. It looks like Tony is not feeling him though. The only thing she does towards him when he was flirting is this. 4 minutes apart, there's another scene of Officer Mackenzie talking to himself.
Beaver? Beaver!
No shit, he hasn't found Bessie in half a decade. He sucks so bad.
Beaver!
Shut the fuck up. Go look. What are you doing? Okay, we're back with Bessie now. She lives amongst bunnies now. They never really dive into the dynamic of her living situation, but this is her adopted mom from the beginning that almost got flattened by that truck. And I think this guy Dave is her adopted brother. Kind of seems like he hates her guts, so I'm thinking yeah. But today's the day that Bessie is getting forced against her will to do one of the oldest traditions in the Highlands, log skiing.
Do I have to do it today? Do I?
No, that's enough, Bessie.
Bessie is terrified. I don't really know why. She's made out of trampolines. If she falls, like, she'll just bounce back up. And it gets really sexist for some reason. Apparently, girls can only log ski on Saturday mornings.
Girlies only gets a ride on Saturday mornings.
Maybe there's a reason girls don't get tried.
It might have been Sean Connery's idea to put that bit in, considering his past comments about women. Apparently, their Uncle Red pulled some strings to allow her to log ski, I'm guessing not on a Saturday morning. And this really doesn't drive the plot at all. It's not like Bessie is fighting for the right for girlies to log ski whenever they want, and she's really determined or something. It's just like, girls don't have the same log skiing privileges as the boys do. Because the girls can't handle it. They'll probably cry to their freaking mummies. And Bessie's like, well, you kind of got a point. That's crazy work. Anyway, they get to the place and Bessie is still terrified of doing this. And her mom tells her to never use the 4th lane.
Please wake up from this bad dream.
Never use the 4th lane.
Bessie is so scared. Did y'all hear that?
Never use the 4th lane.
Just my shit.
But yeah, the 4th lane is closed and leads to a cliff. Sounds like some slight foreshadowing. But I'm like, if the 4th lane is closed, how would it lead to a cliff? You'd think the cliff would be inaccessible if the lane was closed. Why is it still a lane that can lead to, you know what I mean? And I thought Dave was just the annoying brother who teases a little, but once they get to the log skiing domain, he turns into a menace.
I should be going first.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Why haven't you subscribed?
Dave hits the lever to launch Bessie before she's ready, thinking she's gonna suck ass. But he was very much mistaken, because Bessie is killing it. This is her first time ever. She's doing kickflips, hitting special tricks. Everyone is so happy for her. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe, you know, they're gonna start having conversations about girlies getting to log ski whenever they want, or at least something. But no, her insane log skiing run is never talked about again because Dave is very pissed off that Bessie did good.
Weirdo.
So to outdo her, he decides to do track 4. Remember track 4?
Never use the force lane.
Just my shit.
No wonder there's no other animals like her around.
Davy Boy isn't messing around anymore. He's trying to get all the respect.
I'll do track 4. I'll have the respect.
Oh, and people are gonna pay their respects all right, because Dave does track 4, falls off a cliff, and dies. No, I'm just kidding. He's dangling in a very realistic and possible way. Like, this is definitely not defying any laws of physics right there. And his mom, Uncle Red, and Bessie come to try and help him. And I'm pretty sure they actually dangled Dave's voice actor off a cliff to get these voice lines. Damn. So Dave and his mom fall off the cliff into a fast-moving river, and Bessie is like, okay, Uncle Red, go ahead. But he can't swim.
I can't swim. I can't swim. Oh.
So Bessie decides she has no choice, and Divergent jumps in after them. The mom hits her head on a rock underwater, and there's an audible thud. Then she gets caught on a rock or something, and then it's just magically not in the fast-moving river anymore. Dave is still holding onto his log, and he gets pushed downstream, and Bessie follows. Then another Officer Mackenzie scene.
I will find you.
Yo, he put his whole gooch into that line. I can't do it. I will find you. Yeah, I can't. Going back to the Billy Brigade, he's driving along, takes his eyes off the road. A bunny jumps directly in front of the car, because they love doing that. Billy has several seconds to hit the brakes, still hits the bunny. Gordon isn't wearing his seatbelt, so he phases through the windshield and flies like 30,000 feet in the air. And with that bright yellow suit on, he became everyone's sunshine. Sir Billy is a vet, so he should definitely go check on the bunny he just hit with his car. But he has the nerve to say to this poor bunny,
Bunny, what the devil do you think you're doing? You nearly caused an accident. You know that?
it's too late for that. There's already been an accident. And frankly, Sir Billy, I think it's your fault. Are you serious? You could have caused an accident. And he also has the nerve to say,
You're lucky we've got good brakes on this car.
apparently you don't have good brakes on the car. You hit the fucking bunny. Whatever. The bunny tells them about the incident that just occurred.
Bessie jumped in after them and she tried to save her mommy.
And Gordon comes up with the plan to split the townspeople into teams to track down Bessie and Dave.
My suggestion would be to split up into teams, get the villagers on side, and track them all the way down the river.
Then Billy just takes credit for it.
We need all the help we can get, son.
Oh, Sir Billy, you're so clever. I'm sure that plan will work.
I even surprise myself sometimes.
What the fuck, Billy? As a main character, he kind of sucks really bad right now. Cut to Dave and Bessie in the river. He's just fucking dying, and she's like, be strong. Stay strong, you got this. Why did she jump in though? I thought it was gonna be like, she's a beaver and she saved the day with her amazing beaver swimming skills. Yay, Bessie. But I guess she just did it to give him some emotional support as he drowns. I don't know, Bessie's storyline isn't going how I thought. I thought she was gonna like try to find acceptance amongst the bunnies, but every time she does anything good or brave, it just leads nowhere. And of course, Sir Billy has to be the one to save the day because he's such a good guy and he's so compassionate towards animals. But he's now gathered the townspeople to explain the situation. I'm thinking if beavers are outlawed, why are y'all having a public meeting to plan the rescue of a beaver? You know, seems kind of damning for the whole operation.
Oh, yeah.
And look at Officer Mackenzie in the background. They're getting ready to go though when Mr. McToff, the rich guy of the story, tells them that his new dam has turbines and Bessie and Dave are headed straight for it. Kind of crazy that this movie is about beavers and the only dam is like a human-made one. And Billy is pissed, like he's about to throw hands with Mr. McToff.
I'll give him one.
I really wish they did. That would be so funny. These old ass guys just started fighting. Gordon claps back though and threatens to tell the whole village about McToff's serious gambling issues.
Unless you would like the entire village here to hear about your serious gambling issues, I suggest we work on this together.
I mean, he kind of just told the whole village about his serious gambling issues, considering he yelled that out loud.
Your serious gambling issues.
Okay, McToff tells them he'll try to help, but the turbines are on automatic until dusk, which is kind of weird. Why wouldn't there be like an emergency stop or whatever? I don't know. But Billy is getting really discouraged about this, so Gordy has to give him a little pep talk.
Act positive, Billy. The villagers need to think you have this under control.
Why is he talking so loud? The villagers need to know you're not being a little Billy bitch. Now get it together. And you know what? It works.
Let's get cracking.
To close this meeting scene, Patty has a breakdown and I don't know what she's on about.
Oh my god! Turbine monster! He's so teensy. And she's so weird. I hurt for them all.
Yeah, I really don't know. This guy's face pretty much sums up my thoughts on that. Walking back to the truck, Billy runs into Officer Mackenzie and just full on presses him.
Hey, you over there. Yes, you. In the miserable outfit.
It's kind of ironic that he's talking about miserable outfits while wearing a yellow collared shirt with a matching yellow tie and the dirtiest suspenders of all time. Like, that's one area you really can't, you know? But, you know, it's whatever.
I find you odd, and my gut tells me that you are indeed up to no good. Anyone who does any harm to someone or anything in this village will have me to answer to.
Most of Officer Mackenzie's scenes are him talking up a storm, just saying a bunch of bullshit. And now he's getting threatened by a citizen and he just all of a sudden has nothing to say. The only thing he says in this scene is,
Yeah, what do you want?
so that's how you know Billy got that aura to him. Mackenzie's probably shaking in his boots.
Are you understanding me?
Oh, never mind. I don't know why they put this in here. It doesn't make Billy look good at all. It's kind of just like the Tony scene where Billy's like all confident and then the other person is just like, why the fuck is this old ass guy talking to me? Yeah, Billy really thought he did something though.
Yes, run away, son. A good move on your part. You coward.
Hey, you got a fuck ass mustache and I got a gut feeling you're up to no good. You're weird. You're just a little weirdo. And I've never seen you without that stupid hat on. That's weird. So you should leave. Okay. I still got it. You're still looking good, old boy.
Still looking great.
If there's one lesson I learned in this movie, it's that if you have conflict with someone, turn hostile, start threatening them, throw insults, put your fists up, but don't actually fight them. Otherwise, you'll end up like Gordon. So everyone's out here trying to save Bessie, and Officer Mackenzie catches on to the fact that Bessie is the missing beaver. So he calls his old buddy McTavish from the beginning of the movie to get help.
Bessie Boo is our beaver. And the whole stupid village is out right now trying to save her. They are seriously breaking the law.
And McTavish is like, bro, why are you still on this beaver hunt? It's been 5 years. Get over it. Wait, do y'all see that? He was telling Mackenzie to get over the beaver and get on with his life, but the main thing on his bulletin board is Bessie?
Weirdo!
But in the end, McTavish decides to help his old buddy and says he'll lie to his wife and catch a ride in a Coast Guard helicopter to get to him.
I'll be up there as soon as I can.
Because I guess the police force motto in this movie is bros over hoes and beavers over actual criminals. Billy and the gang are back on the road. Billy is really worried about not getting to Bessie and Dave in time. They even call Vicky, who's scouting in her plane, and she says,
We don't have much time!
Bessie and Dave are in a very dire situation. They need help right now. With all that said, they decide to help Bessie's mom first instead of the 2 children rushing towards damn turbines. But at least they're helping an animal, finally. They go to find Bessie's mom, and apparently Officer McCan't-See isn't the only one who can't see. Billy thinks she's paralyzed because she can't move her legs. And the most absurd thing happens. Billy says if she's able to move her foot even a little bit, then there's a chance of recovery. So Gordon really encourages her to move her foot.
I want you to move your wee toes just an itsy bitsy wee tiny bit. Bessie Boone needs you. She really does.
Worship my foot.
Yes!
That's amazing. I know it's gonna be a hard recovery for her to get moving again, you know, but I'm just glad. What? If he has fucking Michael's secret stuff, couldn't he have just done that in the first place? Move your little toes or you don't get any magic juice. Another fucking Officer Mackenzie scene.
If you are alive and I catch you, wee one, I'll have you for my supper.
They copied and pasted the same scene 50 times. Why was that necessary? And look at him as he drove by. He's a weirdo. Okay, some townspeople spot Bessie in their number 69 race car. Family comedy, by the way. But they can't get to her in time. And not even a minute later, another Officer Mackenzie scene.
Oh, if you don't drown before I get you, wee one, your life is over.
But yeah, the rabbit and the beaver are now heading straight for the dam.
The rabbit and the beaver are now heading straight for the dam.
On God. And this is where the movie turns from, oh, this is a dumb movie, to what the fuck are we talking about? We're at the dam where McToff is planning for when the minister gets there. He has 2 henchmen or something. They never really do anything besides grunt and carry around massive amounts of ass. Oh my God. Their names are Armand Hammer and Pepperoni. As a person with peak humor, I approve of these names. Then Billy Boy shows up on his alpha shit.
And I'm not taking any more nonsense. Understand? I don't know how you do it, but I want that turbine turned up.
And McToff is like, bro, just grab them before they reach the turbines. And this shot has so much going on. Let me just explain real quick. Pepperoni has a booger on his finger before he picks his nose. Then after he picks it, he balls up the double booger and flicks it at Arm & Hammer. And Peppa is bricked up. Well, maybe not bricked, but it's definitely sticking out, you know? And what? You said, why am I looking down there? You caught me. Usually I only do this with skateboarding stuff, but I don't know, I might have to. Anyway, Bessie and Dave are getting close to the turbines. And then the Coast Guard helicopter shows up with Mackenzie and McTavish in it. They fly right over Bessie. They can definitely grab her, but in the next shot, they're just gone. Right before the rabbit and the beaver slip into this somehow broken gate. This is a new dam. There's already a broken gate. Before they slip into that, which leads to the turbines, I guess, Bessie uses her apparently amazing swimming skills against the strong current while carrying Dave and just stops after Dave gets rescued. And Vicky takes out the Coast Guard helicopter by flying through it. Like literally flying through the helicopter. And one of them is like, we've been hit, before they even get hit.
We've been hit.
Why'd you punch me? So back to Bessie. I wasn't expecting this, but she died. No, I'm just kidding. That's like the 3rd time I've done that in this video, but did I get you?
No.
No? Okay. Out of all the ways you'd think Bessie could not die in this situation, this is definitely one I would never have thought of. So it's Gordon's first time ever being at this dam, and he just automatically knows that there's a bungee jumping compartment and bungee jumps at the perfect time to save Bessie. But I'm thinking, where are the turbines? What's the design of this dam? Why is there a random pipe just floating? And they're acting like if Bessie falls from the pipe, then she'll die, but it's just water under the pipe. So like, I don't know, this dam scene is so insane, and trust me, it gets a lot more insane in a second. So Serena and Patty have a boat at the bottom of the dam. Gordy safely puts Bessie on the boat, and he safely lands on the seat thing of the boat with a superhero pose and everything. Yay, happy ending, everyone's okay. Except they randomly show Gordy like jumping on the edge of the boat. I guess he got a cramp or something, and he just falls in the water. Sasha, Tessa, y'all are killing me right now. What? But at least this scene gives us one of the only actual jokes in this movie.
Talking about cramping one's style.
Cramping one style because he got a cramp and he fell. But why is Patty being so rude? She was sad as shit earlier. Now she's like, ah. And even after being in a helicopter crash, this man is still determined to murder this adolescent beaver. I think being near the water is really triggering his flashbacks. Apparently Patty is supposed to press a button that opens the boat's net so they can save Gordy.
Well, I hope she presses the right one.
But then Gordy's cramp just went away, so he swam to the net. And they're all like, yay, Patty pressed the right button.
That's it, Patty, my girl. Well done.
But I feel like if his cramp went away and he could swim again, he could have just climbed on the boat. I feel like the net really wasn't that necessary. But Patty only has to do one more thing to save Gordy.
Just press the blue lever to lower him to your deck.
Imagine that's how sex worked.
Just press the blue lever to lower him to your deck.
Very pointless, but whatever though. Gordy is safe, everyone's good. They're just doing shit now. I feel like the only thing that would surprise me at this point is if a Zulu-class Russian submarine surfaced and picked up the boat out of the water. What the fuck? I wish this was one of those haha just kidding moments, but this actually happened. And the only reason they did this is because Sean Connery played a Soviet submarine captain in a movie called The Hunt for Red October.
Oh my, that sub sure reminds me of another adventure.
And I get it, like they're trying to do references and pay homage to Sean Connery, but this is not the way to do it. That's so fucking random. Okay, Vicky does another long ass monologue about, I don't know, hating Russians or something.
But your ass is seriously bumping in the wrong waters.
Gordon says he's got a plan, so he tells Vicky to drop the rope. He grabs it, starts flying around. It seems like he's about to do some cool shit, but no, the rope breaks and he gets caught on a trampoline by the people on the dock. So what was the plan? I don't understand what he was trying to do even. Like, even if he succeeded, what was he gonna do? Torpedo the submarine? I don't know, man. I guess Gordy hit his head on the trampoline bar thing. He's unconscious, so Billy's trying to negotiate with him.
You can sleep in the doggy basket if you like it.
First of all, he's unconscious. I don't think he can accept offers. And he was already laying in the doggy bed at the beginning of the movie. You're not giving him anything to work with. I'm sorry I pushed the blue lever before you were ready. I didn't know it would lower you that fast. Please wake up. If you do, we can watch Sir Billy 20 times and make a whole commentary video about it. We could have some Mrs. Plumper's pie with blueberries. I saved you 5 big fat ones. Fat with a PH.
Fantastic!
Apparently the only way to save Gordy is with Perny Falls water, which was used on Bessie's mom earlier. I guess that shit is made out of sensu beans, but Billy's bag is lost.
It's not here!
The only thing to do now is offer him more stuff.
I'll get your special Mrs. Plummer's pie for tea.
Fantastic!
Okay, it's not the time for joking. This is a really sad moment. There's even a montage of Gordon and Billy being the best of friends, watching movies, playing fetch at the Scottish Fashion Awards. Gordy even slept by Billy's side while he read Identity Crisis: What to Do When It Hits You. And Billy also taught Gordy how to skateboard. And when I first watched this, it reminded me. That just reminded me, where is the skateboarding? There's been no skateboarding. I'm almost an hour in. What? I forgot. I was so distracted by the insanity of this movie. I forgot Billy is supposed to be a skateboarding veterinarian, but he hasn't skateboarded once. And is he even a vet for real? Every time an animal's needed medical attention, he just uses magic water that heals all injuries.
If I only could get some of my Perny Falls water.
In that case, anyone can be a vet. And you could say, maybe he makes it, maybe he's the only one who has access to it. Well, apparently not, because Vicky the duck pilot just has some on her and perfectly throws it from a moving plane. It's a little off course, but remember we were talking about Jake earlier and I said, and with those juke moves, he honestly seems like he would be good at sports, like football or something. That son of a bitch, he did it.
Yeah.
Of course, Gordy is fine. He sees Billy and busts wide open.
Billy, it's you. You saved my life.
Actually, no, he didn't. Vicky saved his life. She's the one who had the magic water. All Billy did was pour it in his mouth. So all that stuff that just happened with Gordy is because the Russian submarine, they're obviously a threat, except they're not. The Russians are cool with everybody, so much so that Serena hands over Bessie to one of the Russians to fix her glasses. But it's so weird. Bessie isn't a baby. She's actually a trampoline, but she kickflipped a goddamn log. I think she can stand for a few seconds while Serena fixes her glasses. But Officer Mackenzie comes up and says, "I'm an officer, so hand over the beaver." Then he takes Bessie and steals Sir Billy's truck. Serena says he's not a real policeman. And I did not know that this whole time. I mean, he literally got a Coast Guard helicopter to assist him with a mission. So how could he be a fake cop? Whatever. Not Officer Mackenzie drives off, but Billy has a James Bond car just available, because why not? He uses the boxing glove feature of the car to punch the truck. It spins out. Bessie screams without moving her face at all. Mackenzie hits kind of a sick drift and escapes.
Target has escaped.
I don't understand how you can make someone next to you spin out, like spin multiple times, and then lose them after they regain control. Especially in this high-tech ass, James Bond ass car. Probably because driving just really isn't Billy's thing, as we saw earlier. He's better on a different type of four wheels. We are an hour in to this hour and 18 this hour and 18 minute movie, and he's just now skateboarding. That was one of the main things that was in the description of the movie. What was even the point? I don't know. I'm not gonna complain. This is what I was busting wide open for, so let's just enjoy it. These are not tricks I was expecting him to do at all. This is kind of crazy. And to finish off this freaking rad scene, he jumps off a ramp into another James Bond reference. He lands on the car, finally actually beats ass like he's been talking about the whole movie, pulls over in front of this cop, then drags Mackenzie out of the car by his neck and throws him on the truck. I thought he was just talking shit, but he's actually going crazy. Like he was even about to beat ass in front of this other cop. Well, not other cops, just cop, because he's not a cop.
Stop right there, Sir Billy!
Mackenzie is like, yeah, arrest all these bitches. But the officer...
Excuse me, it's detective, not officer.
Oh, sorry. The detective decides to arrest Mackenzie for intention to harm wildlife taken from a private estate and stealing Sir Billy's truck.
And finally, for illegal impersonation.
For stealing the truck makes sense. And the illegal impersonation, even though he literally called him Officer Mackenzie.
Officer Mackenzie.
But are beavers illegal or not? Y'all captured them, had them in prison uniforms, hid their mummies, and shipped them to Glasgow, and now all of a sudden, he's harming wildlife. He spent 5 years looking for this beaver with terrible eyesight, finally caught it, and they're like, hey, you're harming wildlife. You're a bad person. Like, what? It's so funny. I thought he was an actual cop the whole time. I thought he was the sole member of the beaver unit. But in this movie, it wouldn't be that surprising, so I never questioned it. Also, I guess McTavish snitched on him.
Sorry, it was just getting out of hand.
Which is fair. I mean, the guy's a lunatic.
I'm gonna eat her one of these days.
Also, shouldn't McTavish and that pilot get arrested for aiding him in his attempt to harm wildlife and destroying a government helicopter while doing it?
We've been hit!
Who cares? This is actually the dying down part of the movie. I was scared something absolutely insane would happen, like aliens abducting Bessie because beavers are good to run tests on or something, but that wouldn't happen, would it? No, I'm kidding. It's actually the end of the movie. So Patty is talking to Tony about her liking Sir Billy.
That old suitcase trick? Clever. Very, very clever.
And Tony says the realest thing in the movie.
You know, Patty, I really don't know what you're on about.
Facts. They had no chemistry. You can't have two characters interact one time and have one of them be like, and then paint them to be a couple in the last 15 minutes. That would be so dumb, and they definitely wouldn't do that. But Vicky has another very, very long monologue talking about not shit.
I'll be whipping Billy's butt in no time.
And now it's the feel-good part of the movie. Literally everyone is at this bar, even the Russian guy is at the bar. They're all having a good time, except the one black character.
Anyone see that fever? I've been dying to ask if she was the one that stole my balls. I kept hitting them hard, but I never found any in that bunker. Now, where is she?
Why are y'all having the one black person be irrationally angry at the happy ending part of the movie, doing the fucking...
There's no one quite like you in this hood.
Like, you might as well have introduced him like... Sir Billy starts giving a speech, and he's kind of slobbing his own knob a little.
Today brought us many things. Most of all, it brought us all together. With my help, of course.
But if I think about it, Billy didn't do much the whole movie. Gordon came up with the main plan. Gordon found Bessie's mom and helped her to move her foot. Gordon saved Bessie. Gordon saved Dave. Gordon even got the wee man Billy.
I'll get the wee man, Billy.
For 80% of the movie, all Billy did was drive, threaten people, and give out water. In my eyes, this movie is called Sir Gordy. Anyway, there's a big dance sequence with the most cursive singing I've ever heard in my life. It's actually a really good song. I decided to look up the name of it, and it's called The Billy and Tony thing happens. Obviously, they're gonna do that.
Such a man.
Billy takes her to go see the sunset, even though it's already nighttime. Not sure how that's gonna work. Then Serena talks about how she's happy for her dad, but also jealous of Tony's boobs.
Even if she is a brazen lassie with a funny accent and I dare say an enviable chest.
Family comedy movie, by the way. And to close the movie, Billy drops a fire line.
All the things I do for Scotland.
That would have been a great one-liner on this movie's carcass, but Billy is a terrible guy. He sucks. This movie has nothing going for it, no substance, no message, just a bunch of shit happening. Apparently the Hartmans were really surprised this movie didn't do well. And I'm like, did they watch it? People who make really bad movies, I'm like, did you sit all of the actors down, watch the movie, and at the end, y'all were all like, yay, that was a good movie? There's no way. This is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, but that kind of makes it more watchable. Like, picking apart how terrible it is was kind of enjoyable. I just feel like there's so many directions this movie could have taken, like Bessie finding acceptance amongst the bunnies, or Billy not being a little Billy bitch for most of the movie. I don't know, but I spent way more time on this video than I thought I would, because every scene has something weird or dumb to point out, so I didn't really skip that much. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and all that and whatever. And yeah, bye. I'm gonna have to call the vet. Hopefully they have some magic ass water to heal her tummy.